Alright, so boom, tell me or don't tell me down. We back at it with another video today. We got next man up. This is how you get fired in the NHL. Let's go ahead and check it out, man.
1,078.
Next man up channel gonna be in the description down below. Y'all go subscribe.
Scored his first career playoff goal after 15 seasons in the NHL. As this Smith was battling, but he was fighting a puck that was already in the back of his net. But wait, you may be asking, why is this Smith even in net?
Hey, his ass moving like a Roblox character, bruh.
But wait,
look how he moving.
May be asking, why is this Smith even in net? Last night, Pete DeBoer panicked. There's no other way to put it. Yes, Ottinger gave up 2 goals on the first 2 shots of the game. An elimination game, I may add, as the Stars faced a 3rd straight conference finals loss. But were either of these Otters' fault? He didn't take that stupid high-sticking penalty that led to the power play where he was left all alone with Perry in front. He also didn't give up a breakaway 5 minutes later to Janmark that left him literally looking like, where are my guys? Neither of these goals were directly on him, but DeBoer was rattled, and the talk all series was how Dallas had to have a better start, and this was not it. So he called time and decided to pull the guy who was probably his best player of the playoffs, and not just that, it was how he did it too. Jake was on his way out just to be yanked back in, and I don't know, this was just brutal. He had to sit there next to Ray.
Nah, that's embarrassing. My man's going back on the ice for you just to say, get your ass back here and pull him out. You could have said it when he was right there on the bench. Nah, that's messed up, bro.
Yanked back in, and I don't know. This was just brutal. He had to sit there next to Ray Ferraro talking about the whole thing as he had to feel for the man. This had a somewhat similar vibe to that Patrick Ross scenario from back in the day, but instead of being pulled too late, this was him being pulled far too early. Now, him and DeBoer didn't even look at each other coming out for the second, and yet while this was all bad, it was the coach's post-game comments that were
and it's like, you're just making the whole situation like awkward too. Like, nah, I ain't like in the first, it was like what, like 8 minutes like into the first period for real, and you just pull them out like that. Then it's like they don't even want to have eye contact with each other. Like, of course, it's like, man, that's messed up.
Yeah, while this was all bad, it was the coach's post-game comments that were far worse.
I didn't blame it all on Jake, but the reality is, he's lost 6 to 7 games to Edmonton. And status quo had not been working, and that's a pretty big sample size.
Talk about throwing a guy under the bus. In other words,
I didn't blame it all on Jake.
But he freaking sucks, and I don't trust my #1 guy. Now remember, they just
said he didn't blame it all on him, but he basically saying that he is, like, he already lost 6 to 7 to Edmonton, so it's like, hey, it's 8 minutes into the first period, so it's like, hey, you already lost a lot of games to Edmonton, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull you out because you the main reason. That's why he's basically saying, like, you one of the main reasons why we're losing now. And then you going to sign him to an 8-year deal worth 66 M's? Oh, hell no, bro.
And Ottinger back in October to an 8-year deal. So you kind of have to wonder if these are the actions of a man ready to be fired, because I don't know how this relationship can be salvaged going forward. And don't get me wrong, DeBoer is a great coach. He's been in the Western Conference Finals 6 times in 8 seasons with 3 different clubs. But he just could not get the offense going in this series when they needed it. He had no answers for the Oilers special teams, and in the biggest game of the year, like I said, he panicked. He puts in a goalie into Smith, who hadn't played in over a month. I mean, to have this short of a leash on one of the better net...
What did you just say?
In the biggest game of the year, like I said, he panicked. He puts in a goalie into Smith, who hadn't played in over a month.
Bro, you playing a rusty goalie who hasn't played in an NHL game in over a month in a must-win game in the playoffs, bro? Nah, that is bad coaching. My man's ain't played in over a month. You ain't even let him walk off the rust. Like, like, what are we doing here?
I mean, to have this short of a leash on one of the better netminders in the league, in my opinion, is nuts. Now, does Ottinger stop this initial goal that DeSmith let in? Who knows? Or how about after the Stars finally did get going, Robertson first and then Hintz in the second on the power play to get within just a goal before, just 2 minutes later, Connor freaking McDavid. I mean, what can you even say? Just a beautiful goal, and the man is on a mission. But does Ottinger stop this one? Or how about the one that really put them away in the third? That was a lucky bounce, but I don't know. Maybe he stops one of these three, and his team either wins this game or at least has a chance to push it maybe to overtime, or maybe he doesn't. But either way, I think Otter earned the right to go down with this sinking ship after being in large part the reason they were here to begin with. All that said, though, in the end, it is the Edmonton Oilers who are for the second year in a row going to...
It's crazy, too, because the Stars, like, they was really making, like, a little run, though. We being for real, like... I ain't even had them making it out the first round against Colorado, the Avalanche. I thought they was going to lose to Avalanche, but they beat them. And then, they went on the second round. They did a little thing, going on to the, the West Finals. And it's like, they just collapsed, bro. That shit wild.
Meet the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup Final. The difference this year, they get home ice advantage. And they also touched the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. I'm sure it'll be a good series. Both teams are on fire heading into this. So,
bro, let me tell y'all something too. I did a reaction to the Oilers and Panthers mic up from last year, the Stanley Cup Finals. They had blocked the reaction. So usually, I know y'all not YouTube, so y'all don't really be knowing what be having to go on. But like when they block a reaction, you gotta like dispute it. You gotta wait for the dispute. If they don't like decline it or anything, you gotta wait 48 hours. So. I made the video Saturday, so Monday afternoon, y'all should get that video, and then part 2 more than likely probably gonna get blocked too. But yeah, I had that. Yo, that Micah was crazy as hell. I can't wait for y'all to check out that reaction that I did. But
your predictions below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
And one more thing before I end the video, I have made a Twitter community. I feel like this is like good right here. A lot of people been telling me to make a Twitter community and all that, just to like chat with y'all, talk with y'all, and any like videos y'all want me to react to. Y'all already know the NHL season is coming to an end. We in the finals, y'all. So you feel me? Hey, whoever wins to 4, they go on and win the championship, and that's it for hockey. So we're just gonna go ahead and react to like throwback hockey games or like compilations of players, whatever the case might be. Y'all can just leave it in the community right here. I feel like it'll be more easier than to go into the YouTube comments and finding the links to the videos. Y'all can just leave it right here. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna leave the link in the comment section down below to my Twitter community, or if y'all already follow me on Twitter at CutOffNate, y'all can just click on my profile and it'll be right there too, man. But hopefully y'all enjoy the reaction, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.